Hello and welcome to week 3 of Riffoween! So, we are continuing our theme of inanimate objects come to life. And this week, we are taking on Paper and I. A little, short promoting the paper industry. So yes, this is a particularly bizarre short. And, I mean, we've had some bizarre ones. This is right up there with, like, this is top tier weirdness. So let's get into Paper and I. Not Paper and Me. It is grammatically correct. Paper and I. Oh man, the kid's huffing paint fumes already. A little young for that.
Willie, here, let me have it. Honey,
No, bag! I love bag!
Remember, Dr. Chadwick said that you're well enough to go to school tomorrow.
Oh, physically well.
Good night. Get a good night's sleep.
I want my lobotomy, Mommy. I don't know what that was supposed to mean.
Willie? Oh, Willie!
Oh no, the aliens are back.
Here I am, Willie.
Who are you?
Thanks for saving my life,
that's a pretty
Willie.
calm reaction to a talking bag.
Gosh, Willie, you mean, where was I born?
Well, I guess so.
No, you're a bag. Bags aren't born.
Come with me, Willie. Thousands of miles away.
As I
Across
abduct you
river,
from your home and
mountain,
family and loved ones. And maybe get you struck by lightning. This is really dangerous.
Come with me, Willie. All the way back to the forest.
Back? God, I don't think he's been to the forest to the south. Baggy, how is it daylight east of where I came from? Baggy, do you warp space and time? Yeah, we're gonna call him Baggy because he never gives himself a name.
Here I am, Willie.
Baggy, where are you? Because kids don't know the paper comes from trees.
Here, Willie. Here.
You little twit, you didn't know paper came from bags, did I mean, paper came from trees, did you?
Bag, you're a tree.
That's what I'm going to tell you about.
I'm going to tell you about the horrible, painful process of becoming paper.
All through the southern forests, Willie, in pine and hardwood stands, cutting down trees for the pulp mills of the south.
Killing my brethren in droves.
By the forester, Willie. Crowded stands that need to be thinned so other trees can grow.
Why don't they just take trees in the rainforest? Well, Billy, that's for cattle grazing.
Tree grower, Willie. And pulpwood for the paper mills of the south.
And only the south. None of those northern paper mills. Screw them. He's very nonchalant about being murdered to become a paper bag. Yes, Willy?
Goodbye, Willie.
Goodbye, Willy. Nobody loves you. I'm going to leave you here in these woods. Well, and that was the end of Willy. Oh, it's all a dream. A horrible, horrible dream. Speak to me, Baggy. Speak to me. Well, those kids are a little, they were shown going in, were a little old for his school.
Please. Tomorrow, I'd like each of you to have a little story prepared to tell your classmates. You may choose any subject.
And no stories about adult things, Ronald.
Time for bed, Willie.
Like last time. Night, Mom. Good night, Dad. Good night, Baggy.
The way he holds on to that paper sack.
Isn't it a bit early for his bedtime? Are you sure he's feeling all right?
Well, he's gone.
Yes,
He's
temperature's all
well.
on.
He says he's going to bed to worship the bag. I don't really understand it. Oh, Baggy, When will you speak to me again? Oh, and he's abducted yet again. That bag is nothing but trouble.
Here I am, Willy, in the mill yard.
Right where you shouldn't be.
Right here.
I'm gonna get you killed yet if it's the last thing I do.
Oh, a lot of things, Willy. More than a little boy can imagine.
More than a little boy should imagine.
Go inside the paper.
The horrors.
A whole series of processes take place, Willy, as we change from wood to pulp to paper.
Dirty, dirty processes.
We go into the barking drum, where our skin is peeled clean. Then,
Oh, that
into
kind
the
of bark.
chipper. Ooh, ouch! Where we become tiny chips. Hey!
It's horrible, Willy. It's absolutely horrible.
Next, Willy, to the digester, the heart of the paper mill.
Ew.
Chemicals are added to separate out our fibers, where we're cooked. And when I say cooked, I really mean cooked.
Oh
Yep.
gosh, Willy,
We're
you
just
don't even know.
cooked pulp when we come out. Then we're washed again and again.
I was a whole tree, but my soul was somehow imbued into one paper bag.
Beaten. Hey, ouch! Color and size.
Oh,
are
Baggy,
added
I know
to it,
all
Willy,
about being beaten.
before we're refined. And now,
Refined and made
99%
pure, pure like the driven snow, Willy.
for the wet end of the Ford Rainier.
I don't know what that word means, but it sounds filthy.
Then, in these big rollers, we lose more water. And now, into the dry end of the machine, where even more water is squeezed out.
Squeezed and squeezed like I'm going to squeeze you, Willy.
And the
Again, I don't know
winder
what that means.
winds us paper is made. But remember, there are other processes to make pulp and paper for different paper products.
Let's go into them in
Ever thought of how many
excruciating
paper
detail.
products there are, Willy? Newspapers, magazines, your school books, wrapping paper, packaging material, stationery.
You know,
cardboard,
Baggy,
tissues,
I didn't really need this much detail. Can I go back to bed?
Ever thought to think of what the world would be like without paper, Willy?
You don't want to know. You really don't. It would be a horrible, horrible nightmare. Paper. Baggy. Oh, Baggy. Worship Baggy. The look on that kid's face is absolutely disturbing. Impudent, non-paper appreciating people. I'll show them. I'll show them all.
What's the matter, Willy?
I'm just thinking about how those cigarettes are going to kill you one day.
You know, Willy, every person in the United States uses over 380 pounds of paper each year. That's twice as much as in most countries.
Because you're incredibly wasteful in the United States.
You know, Willie, the South makes more than half of all the wood pulp in the United States.
You know, Willie, you really shouldn't talk to me when your parents are present.
I'm late.
Okay, shouldn't his parents be on top of that?
Ever stop to think what the world would be like without paper?
You impudent fools! Oh, what was that all about? Well, I think he's finally gone insane.
Had a cat, and it had gray eyes. My sister named it Tiger, and black and white all over.
Very good.
That's the
Pat.
story of my sister's pet Bigfoot.
Go ahead, Willie. Remember what I told you.
Tell them our plan of world domination
200 million
via paper.
acres of forests in the South. More than 1.5 million farmers own woodland, pine, and hardwood.
Atta boy, Willie. Tell 'em.
Make them believe.
Trees go for pulpwood to make paper. It is a $2 billion industry, the third largest in the South. 120,000
Right after tobacco
people work
and
in the
PCP.
forest and pulp mills
No,
of
meth.
the South, making paper for all of us in the United States. Ever stop to think what the world would be like without paper?
You impudent
Willy
fools!
didn't exactly know himself what the world would be like without paper. But after school, he set forth to find out.
Kid is way too interested in paper. It's very unhealthy. Wow, Baggy, just look at it all. All the wasteful, wasteful paper. I'll have you know that the entire world revolves around paper.
And soon, Willy discovered a whole new world of paper products. Willy found out that
A
even
whole
some of our
new
synthetic
world.
rayon cord tires, rayon fabrics.
Paper clothes.
Just a hint of the importance of paper in the great world of business.
No better way to hand off money than in an unmarked paper envelope. You know, bad money.
Willy, honey, where in the world have you been?
Don't waste time.
I was out
Call Dr.
sharing the gospel news of Baggy.
It's got something to do with that paper bag. I just know it.
Come on to bed, Willy.
That paper bag has infected his mind.
Take that paper bag away from him. Honey, it's just paper. Goodness, you'd think the world would come to an end. Hello, Dr. Chadwick?
They don't understand, but I'll make them understand. Oh yes, I
They
will.
don't know how important paper is, do they?
Nope, Willie. Just like a lot of folks, haven't given much thought to it.
Let's show them what the world would be like without paper.
Let's bring them to their
Okay, Willie.
knees.
I think we can work it.
What kind of monstrous powers does this bag have? Soon they'll learn. They'll all learn and worship Baggy as God.
Things began to happen in Willy's home.
No paper! Oh no! Now will I do? My hands will be all chapped! Only there was some kind of cloth version of paper towels. No paper!
Outdoors, strange things were happening too.
Oh no! Now I'm unemployed! Oh, how will I pay the rent? Oh, no, there was finally time! Oh wait, I think I ripped that off from Riff Tracks, I'm sorry. No paper! Well, yeah, maybe you should stop making your house out of paper. Sang. No capitalism! Oh, wait. No clothes!
Calamity had shaken the world of business. No more paperwork.
Yep. The world's economy is in ruins thanks to one little boy and his paper bag.
But better get rid of me now, Willie. I'm all tuckered out. I've reached the end of my use. But I'll be back, Willie.
I will come back one day to save the world.
Come with me, Willie. Thousands of miles away.
Come with me. Your new god, Baggy, the bag.
Willie, all the way back to the forests of the South. Here I am, Willie. Here,
What did I
Willie.
tell you? I'm going to be resurrected.
Oh, I was planted by the farmer. You
So-
see, Willie,
Paper or trees or whatever are somehow reincarnated in this world.
Forester to help the tree grower treat his trees like a crop, helping him with good management practices and working all of his woodland. for a
Sure,
continuous
good
crop
management
of
practices.
trees,
We don't wipe out acres
helping
of
him get
of,
and
of
plant
necessary trees at
seedlings
all.
like us on his worn out or abandoned land.
See, no need to recycle. New paper all around.
Marking his trees for thinning his pine or hardwood stand.
Sometimes he marks his trees with urine.
So healthy, well-spaced trees can grow, helping to protect us from the curse of the forest, man-made fires.
Natural fires are fine, but man-made fires, those are much worse.
With good management practices, Willie, we'll grow and grow, stronger and stronger.
As long as you keep the underbrush trimmed, we'll never have forest fires.
We mean
That's how it works.
wood for the southern mills, and profit for the growers' tills.
Profit, the most important thing of all.
And one more thing, Willie. Paper for all the needs of a nation.
Blow, Willie, blow.
Yes,
Oh,
honey.
hey, no, you don't tell a kid to blow. Kill the bag. Kill him.
Go on, Willie. Don't forget.
End me, Willie. It's the only way.
More and more paper bags after me. More and more paper products for the whole nation.
And they'll rule the world, I tell you.
All
Oh.
may have happened in a little boy's mind. And then again, it may not.
I'm sorry, that's the only video I could find that it does that. And that is how Willie came to worship paper. Yep, and that was paper, and I'm sorry about the cough. I've been fine all day, and all day yesterday. And as soon as I start doing this, what happens? I start coughing, so I apologize for that. Absolutely didn't even see that coming. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that little short. As you can see, I did prepare one riff ahead. I know it's supposed to be improv, but I couldn't resist doing the no springs from A Case of Spring Fever in this, because they do the same thing with papers they did with springs. And I think it's the same voice. I think Baggy's the same voice as Coily, or a very similar voice. Anyways, hope you had a good time. And if you've been enjoying these improv riffs, and I hope you have, I have a bunch of scripted riffs, few shorts, but mostly feature-length movies. And I do have one TV show. I did an episode of The Incredible Hulk, you know, the old late 70s, early 80s show with Bill Bixby. I did riff one of those. So yeah, if you like those, go check out FireRiffs.com. I'll have a link in the description of this video. And I will see you again next week for more Riffoween!